All right, hello everyone, and welcome in to the four-digit World Cup 2023 qualifier results and round of 32 map pool showcase. I know everyone is waiting with bated breath for the results, so I'm going to stall for a while we introduce ourselves. It's been a great qualifiers weekend. One run through the pool for everyone. Lots of standout players, lots of really good performances from lots of different people all over the place in this tournament. Now it's finally time to see exactly where everyone has placed this weekend. I am Dio. I'm joined here by Miles and Shiv. Good evening, gentlemen.
You wanna go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. Hey, Dio. Yeah, it's been quite the long qualifiers weekend. Every team went through. I think some of these results will surprise you. I know we did that tier list thing a week ago where we tried to predict it, and definitely a lot of our tier list got shaken up by these qualifier placements. So I hope you all are as excited as we are to go through these results because it's definitely very interesting.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hope you guys enjoy the fucking results and the pool that comes after. Hopefully we don't get feedback like AGDT, but we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully not. I mean, that was like that copy paste in map pool feedback. That was that's apparently that feedback is by Ruto, by the way. Like
Yeah, that was
Hakui
some
Koyori.
very harsh feedback. Never been told to quit pooling forever, but yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't think I've
That's a
ever
tough
seen
one.
that guy be mad, and he just drops like the most like
Yeah, he
calm
just dropped it, dude.
feedback.
He was not very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're just chilling.
I think we're just chilling. I think we just go. We'll just get into it.
Yep.
Not much else to say. Tier list was shaken up, etc. We've got lots of different teams to get through. 53 teams played in qualifiers. That's more than OWC this past year, I think. So I don't know exactly where we're starting from. If we're starting from the 53rd team or the 32nd team. So I'm just wait for the first one to show up here. And first up, we got. Okay, we're starting from the bottom. Estonia, seed number 53. Tomex, Riot, Slay, Midels, and Kevelia. Unfortunately, not making it in.
The best guys. Unfortunately, we only have 5 players this year for this team, so it's a bit rough. Just obviously for these other teams that don't have full rosters for anything, like it's even more tough when you don't have full players in general. So some people are just forced to play stuff like, for instance, Hidden 2 guys are dropping 100k, like they don't want to, they're not here to play AO8, like, and not really strong on the hard rock either. So like it's just really rough. Nice try, guys.
Yeah, historically, I think this team's only real notable 4 digits I think are like and Senth. Except I think that guy ranked up or is just not very active anymore, so Estonia, unfortunately, not going to make the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, going down from last year, they were 44th last year, now 53rd. Unfortunate. So we move on to the next team in line, which is India. Seed number 52, first appearance in 4-digit World Cup to my knowledge, so congrats to them for that. Unfortunately, not making the cut this year.
Yeah, honestly, that's just kind of what you expect with your first ever, I guess, entry into a national tournament. Usually, you just kind of feeling it out, which is, I guess, what they did. They fielded a full roster of 8, but unfortunately, just not really able to get many notable performances on any maps. So, nice try at the very least.
Also, one guy didn't play any maps, and one guy only played number 1, so isn't looking too hot there. But I mean, at least the number 1 score is pretty good. But just rough.
And they have 3 players playing most of the maps. Cyan, Potla, and Artoria My Angel playing nearly every map.
Yeah, they've got some pretty decent scores overall for being kind of perma-lobbied.
So, good try to them. Good luck next year also. Hoping they can show up again next year and do a little bit better. And on to the seed number 51. I mean, Mexico this year for seed number 51. Again, a team who did not qualify last year. It was seed 46 out of 52 last year, so a little bit worse, but kind of around the same placement for Mexico. Solid score on Hidden 2, though. Number 30 on Hidden 2.
Yeah, not much else to really say about these guys. Probably so we were expected to see a little bit of a stronger performance with Cyrus and Flameshock being 2 OWC players from Mexico. But besides that, pretty much pretty average scores on all the other maps. Not really like notable solo carry performances or anything.
Yeah, another team where they fielded all 8 players, and it looks like they also had a pretty decent mix of players in for most maps. There weren't really many players who didn't play much, other than Pascuin, who didn't play a single map. But still, hopefully they can come back next year, maybe make the cut, a little improvement. You got a year to do it, so hoping the best for Mexico going forward.
And also hoping the best for our next team, seed number 50, Slovakia, coming in at 50th. Again, going down a little bit from last year, seed 41 last year, and now seed 50 this year. So unfortunately not improving on the result last year, despite a pretty good score on Nomad 4.
Not much else to say about these guys. TKF and PDEX definitely taking most of the lobby, as well as Dougie. These guys pretty much played every single map, and everyone else was just like a fill. But really not enough like a skill cap overall. Some good scores. I see a 700 kill on Nomad 3, 700 kill on Nomad 1. Pretty good overall.
Kind of sad for TKF. That guy's been around the tourney scene for so long. Unfortunately, doesn't really have the full team to really push Slovakia into the tournament. But thank you for playing, and I wish them the best of luck for the next year.
Same goes to our next team. Seed number 49 is Lithuania, averaging a little bit higher in the average score department, but again, unfortunately, team is 6th this time around for Lithuania. Not going to be making it into the top 32, although they did not play last year, so that's one notable thing. Hopefully they can come back just like India and be a little bit stronger next year also.
Yo, like, this guy's a face on his username. That's kind of dope, no? I got like a...
I love that. I love that aesthetic.
One notable player in the bottom few teams. Let's go. Let's go Nightface.
Nightface.
But yeah, kind of same thing for this roster. Like some tournaments or some countries, I think they always put out teams, but they don't really qualify with them. Hoping Lithuania at some point they get their spawn. They deserve a spawn. They always show up and play, but they need their spawn to really push them over the edge in 4WC.
Yeah.
I think.
No
It's always,
five.
it's always a player density
Yeah.
thing, right? There's just not as many players in some countries compared to others.
They need Mazarin. That
They
guy
need
killed Faker
Mazarin.
at Worlds.
They need Mazarin in.
They do, actually. They did
Unfortunately,
kill Faker
no
once.
Faker killer for Lithuania. No Faker killer for Seed 48 either.
And
Latvia
so
also
fucking
not
dope.
making it in. Sorry to Latvia this year. Again, not playing last year, but not going to be making it top 32 this time around.
Lineup of 5, including notable name Akitoshi's Normal. Doing pretty well, actually. See a 525k DT1, nearly 800k Nomad 1. Pretty good scores for that guy, but as well as a DT1 FC from Hihi Haha. They just have some good usernames on this roster.
Yo, like...
Did anyone just hear with the soundboard
That
that
was-
hit?
I don't know.
That was wild. Okay, anyways.
This said there's a advertisement. Ha ha ha! Like that guy's actually very good. That's all. That's pretty much like a top. He got 60th in try overall like performance, including match cost. And like if you look at his scores, like he's kind of putting in the work, dude. FC on DT1 and 500k average, pretty much overall. Like this guy was
Very
putting
good.
in some scores. So did his best.
Just hoping next year, maybe 8 players get a little more support. Latvia could go a little bit further.
Yeah, unfortunately, literally no help LeBron. That's a team of 5. There's not even 3 players on the team who are supposed to be there. So despite pretty good individual performances, Latvia not going to make it in. And we go on to our next team in seed 47. It is Egypt. Going the exact same placement as last year. So consistent, if nothing else.
3 guys played every map.
3 guys played every map. 2 players on their team didn't play a single thing.
They had the
2
spot
players-
open for Alfonso. They had the spot for Alfonso, but he wasn't there.
Oh my word.
Dude, this guy name changed from Wildcat Cake to Wildcat. Like this is the biggest downgrade of all time, man. Wildcat
know what?
Cake actually went hard.
Yo, credit where credit is due. Last year's Egyptian team had Alfonso on it, and they still qualified in 47th. I don't know if Alfonso played or not. This year, they don't even have him, and they're also 47th. So, you know, credit where credit's due. They
Wildcat stepped up,
were-
dude. that's also a
Hard
top
Rock
70th performance. Like he pulled up.
That Hard Rock 2 from Wildcat, getting nearly half of his team score is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
All right, well, on to number 46. We have Team Switzerland placing at 46. A little bit of a regression from last year where they placed 43, but still, I guess, as most of the teams in this range are just not too much notable to really say about them.
Yeah, no like hard carry performance it looks like for any of the players here, and no particular standout maps, so everything kind of around the overall placement for Team Switzerland and just not enough to qualify in.
Yeah, they also got like extremely killed on the gimmick maps. Nomad 4, it was very unfortunate to score, same with Hidden 2 and Hard Rock 1. That's a bit tough.
That score on Hard Rock 1 is just pure suffering.
That's
629k. Four
cool,
players, 629k. That's, yeah, I get it was one of the hardest maps in the pool, but that still just looks rough.
Yeah, that's tough. All right, on to the next team. Seed number 45 is Colombia. Placed 42nd last year, 45th this year. Again, one of those teams where you have two people who played literally every map, one other person, Carlos, who played all but one map, and a couple of intermittent scores from other players. Two people who didn't play a single map. That's unlucky.
Carlos put in the work. This
Look
guy
at
was
that,
this
yeah.
guy was trying. Hidden 2 FC, DT1 780k. Like he was putting in the work for sure, man. No help.
Yeah. No help once again. No Elmix either, which is notable for Team
No
Colombia.
Zero Elmix equals zero chance of qualifying. That
is
just
true.
how it goes.
3 placement regression for Colombia, unfortunately, but so wish them the best of luck in their journey. Hopefully Carlos Flo will gain the ability to FC every single map by next year.
Yeah, he needs to become Vico, bro. He needs to get 900k average.
You know what he needs to do?
Yeah.
Rename to Elmic Flow. He does that.
True.
Insta-qual.
Elmic Flow would go crazy though. Like that'd be fire.
That'd be a hell of a username. All right, on to the next team. Seed number 44. It's gonna be Hungary. Another team above 1.6 mil average score, but just not qualifying in. Again, a couple players who played most of the maps. No help LeBrons on this team, but just not cutting it once again.
Yeah, especially this Hard Rock 1. Obviously, definitely the hardest map by far, but also it's being extremely brutal to these teams with less skill cap. Constantly seeing like these like average like maybe 700k team scores, but it's a bit unfortunate. Overall, Nomad 2, 27th. So those are some pretty good scores. 850k and 760k, like not bad at all.
Decent veteran performance from Lexion, who has been around this game for probably as long as time itself. Getting 844k in Nomad 2, as well as 500ks on Hidden 2 and Hard Rock 2. Decent stuff from him, as well as Glass Wave, but overall just not going to be enough. These teams in the 40 to 50 range, you see the potential, it's there, but just at the end of the day, they really need some help.
And help is not on the way for Hungary. Sorry to say they are not qualifying. On to our 43rd seed, going to be the Czech Republic. Coming in at 43rd.
No.
They were 27th last year. They made it in, and this year they are not qualifying. What happened, boys? What happened to this team?
LeBron James, dude.
LeBron James, bro.
LeBron James getting old. That guy is almost
LeBron
40.
James.
Why is he
Wait,
still
LeBron
in
James
the game,
actually
man?
put in the work this match as well. Like actually, like he's doing pretty good.
All right, Shiv, I'll let you speak about this team.
The boys at Czech Republic, Steam gift card, LeBron James, Umadza, and I think one of these guys is, I think Adam Cadillac is fadeaway. Like these guys are some pretty classic names. Unfortunately, they didn't really quite make the cut, but pretty average was overall. LeBron James actually definitely did put in the work. 890k on Nomad 3, like that, and the rest of his team got 300k and less. Like this guy, he was pulling up.
Still carrying the Lakers.
Yeah, like
LeBron
he's
James.
still getting.
Still got game. LeBron James needs his Anthony Davis. Fortunately, not in this year's Czech Republic roster.
Yeah, no blood bursting, so
Yeah.
fortunately not gonna happen.
Yeah, unlucky. No bloodbursting last year, and they still qualified, but just not happening this time around. Feels like some of the players who were there last year just couldn't bring the heat the same way they could when LeBron was on the roster. So going to be going on to seed number 42. It is Greece in 42nd seed. Our first team with a really standout placement on Nomad 3 for Greece. Top 16 on that map. Number 22 on Nomad 4 also, but again, another team who qualified last year and is not getting in.
I am Peeps definitely. This guy clearly was the strongest player on this team with a top 40 performance overall and multiple good scores. 900k Nomad 1, Nomad 3. This guy's doing real well. But those are some really good scores by him.
Yeah, I recognize some of these players from their team last year, where I think I casted their round of 32 match. They played the US, so that's why. But yeah, still recognize some comeback players from them. My Aim Pete's, Riven, Awesome MacD is actually quite the old player. Played at tournaments for a very long time. Always shows up for his country, but unfortunately, not enough to qualify this year.
Yeah, one of the players rage quit Nomad 1.
Oh,
So he
that's
just got zero.
Oh, come on, man.
that's
Really?
tragic. That
Yeah.
might make some difference. Like, look at that. Like, you had an
That's
FC
rough.
from Peeps.
That
Wasted.
might be creating some problems.
If I'm full comboing on the map and my teammate quits out, I'm so mad, bro. What the?
Wasn't too happy about the Uma Musume map.
I guess not. Not gonna be too happy about dropping out in qualifiers either. On to the next team, seed number 41, Kazakhstan in 41st seed. Last year was 37th as well, so a slight dip in placement, but about the same overall.
Yeah, not much really to say about these guys. They did seems to just be like a little more consistent overall than the previous teams we've seen, but not really any standout performance from them. 37th last year, but I guess like last year had like maybe like 47 teams or 48 instead of 51. I'm not too sure.
I can pull that up right now. They had 52
had
instead of 53 this year. We had 53 this year, 52 last year.
So these are some improvements then. Well, not improvements. Sorry. Unfortunately, some other teams did a little better, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Unfortunately, another team to fall victim to Hard Rock 1, 869k total score.
Yeah,
only really Turn Affis was the only one who was able to kind of play. 335k, not too shabby. I think that would top score a lot of teams that place a little bit higher than 41st, so good from them. They had a decently well-balanced roster, most people playing at least a few maps, so hopefully get that grind in, come back next year, and maybe represent Kazakhstan in the tourney.
Yeah, for sure.
You hope to see it. You hope to see it. And on to seed number 40, crowd favorite from 3-digit World Cup, Italy, is not going to be qualifying into the 4-digit World Cup. Very different set of players for Italy, for WC. They will not be making it in. They were 22nd out of qualifiers last year and went 1-2 in the bracket stage. Top 24 performance, but they are not making it in, unfortunately.
Yeah. What the hell, man?
No Dem 27.
No Dem 27, no Arj, and no Kirochi. Not making it.
Yep. Still some good performances, though, from Julio on Nomads as well as Hidden 2. Second half of the pool, not really treating him as well, though.
Yeah, not much else to really say. Definitely a really big fall off from last year, unfortunately, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no Serpy, no GG, no Dem, no Wupak either. Lots of kind of mainstays for Italian tournament scene just not playing, it seems like, for this year. So maybe a bit of rebuilding for Italy, and hopefully they can do a little bit better next year. On to number 39. Seed number 39 is Denmark. They will also not be making it in this year, but they had a solid score on that Nomad 2, though. Top number 9 on Nomad 2. That's solid.
Really unfortunate.
What did he copy paste? What is this copy paste? Let's go Denmark top 39. Pull her. I have no idea what he said after.
The instant Denmark coffee pasta. Yeah, that's a real unfortunate drop off, by the way. They were top 16 last year overall, and now they're just 39th. That's rough.
Yeah.
No cat burger.
That's tough.
Classic Pole number 2 FC. No one's surprised at all. This guy's like the number 2 GOAT.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, just not really any good scores past number 2 really for a team that placed 18th last year. I mean, that's the cat burger difference now. Like one player, and also they also had Marco Pollo last year, I think, as well.
Yeah, no Marco Pollo is also big, but most notable score here, I think most notable score of the qualifiers is Zazas' something like 89% FC on DT2.
That
like,
goes crazy.
That 700k score, I believe that's an FC. That's completely unreal. 86, that is so cool.
That's hilarious.
That's
awesome, actually. Yeah, I think this is like the same thing that happened to Italy happened to Denmark because Paul Katberger and Marco Pollo are all gone. Toilet player got banned. So yeah, just 4 players completely wiped from the team. So
I mean, Toilet player is like ranked 200. Was it Dave
Wait,
for
it
last
wasn't
year?
an FC. He slider broke on the slow ending. That is sad.
Toilet player is like his profile does not exist, bro.
Yeah, he was like top 200 though at the end though, before he got banned.
Yeah, he was there. He was there last year though. He was.
Oh, he was there last
40
year, just ranked up.
Yeah, he just ranked up.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, the Denmark hatred between like players in the country goes crazy. Like everyone actually hates each other.
Yeah, it goes wild. Well, I mean, no friendliness for the cheater. Understandable there. And on to before we talk any more about Toilet Player, on to the next team. We're going on to Romania, seed number 38. Also not making it in, but they massively improved from last year. Big improvement for Romania compared to last year.
How did this guy get? Wait, sorry. How does he get 3 200Ks and 1 800K?
Christy, he's an OWC player. By
I know
the way.
he is. He's OG.
But yes, missing a few other, I think, notable Romanian 4-digit players. I think most notably Afterwind, the veteran of Romania, just their whole tourney scene in general, kind of. I think it actually kind of formed around him as much as it formed around players like Badu. But obviously without him, with a bunch of players here that I'm not sure have really played too many international tournaments, not really going to be putting up what you need to qualify, unfortunately.
There's also Chiu, like Chiv, but with a U instead of V. That guy was there like for the test of time.
Yeah.
That guy was a classic actually. And
old head.
Camusiala, that guy's 4-digit. He's not playing the game ever
Camo
again.
actually 4-digit?
Yeah, he's like 1.5K. Camu's that guy's OP actually.
Share a badge with him.
It's Ozu Caterpillar Cup.
Oh my god.
It is OCC.
This is the most
and he no-showed grand finals as well, which is the funny thing.
That's crazy.
Alright. Well, unfortunately for Romania, they don't got him on the team, and he's not playing this year, so they're not gonna make it in. On to, and we're getting close to qualifying, by the way. Top 37 now. Seed number 37 out of qualifiers is Portugal, who will not be making it in this year. They were seed 36 last year, seed 37 this year. Close both times, but no smoking allowed in Portugal, apparently. No cigar either time, not making it in.
So
just
sad.
a little unfortunate. Just a little unfortunate.
HR2, number 14. That's a really good score from them, especially from Angel Shots, getting 700k on that, as well as, yeah, they did really well on that map. But overall, just really consistent from them, except I think, like, you know, a few things to fix, like that Nomad 2, Nomad 3 could have been really the difference. Maybe the DTs as well.
Yeah, I like the K players definitely put in a lot of work, both Just Too Good and, I don't know how to pronounce the name, Uadzap. Those guys did really good on pretty much all the maps they played. But just the rest of the team not really able to put up the scores afterwards.
Yeah, even for players who were in for a lot of maps, like White Car, in for 8 maps, but averaging 350k. So just the average score not where it needs to be to put up a supporting score where they can qualify. So I think if you see like slightly higher average score from some of the Phil players or from White Car, then I think they can qualify in. But for this year, it just wasn't quite enough to get them in there. So unfortunately going to be out in seed number 37. And now on to the next team, seed number 36. One of the other 5 closest teams to qualifying in is Belarus, with very close average score once again to our 32nd seed, but not quite making it in there. Big improvement from last year. Also, they were 48th last year and 36th this year, but they will not make it in either. What's the
That's
story?
That's some gains.
Definitely. Especially, I think, in the tier stream, we were really quick to, I think, write off this team, but, you know, have a full 8-man roster come pretty close to qualifying. And I don't really think any of these players have really established themselves, correct me if I'm wrong, on the international scene. It's really nice to see for a country like Belarus.
Yeah, Temazee Pro placed top 30, and Flavor placed top 40. These guys put in a lot of work in this pool. Nomad 2FC, Hard Rock 700K, like double Nomad 2FC actually. I just realized.
What happened to 666 on Nomad 2?
This guy played one map,
talk
dropped
about that. We
80k
don't talk
and
about
left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, like
I'm
that
lucky.
Nomad 2 score with another like 500k, that's easily like top like 20, top 15 because of the double FC.
Yeah, that could be like that could make some difference, as well as some other
666 my
outliers.
goat, actually.
Hidden pool.
That guy's my goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It is what it is, and it seems like this was a team that really did suffer from like a couple of maps where they just couldn't find good players, like the hidden pool, for example. Ashuramaru is in for both of those and drops 200k on both, and is in for DT2 and drops the 130k. And then they have one person on Nomad 2 who comes in for one map and drops 80k. Like it seems like there's a few maps where they really have kind of that fourth player syndrome. You're looking at 150, 190k from Nuo on a couple of maps also. So it seems like if they have like a couple of players who can eke out better scores on those particular maps, they probably make it in. And it's just unfortunate. Maybe on a different pool they make it in. Maybe on a different day they make it in, but just not quite enough to get in this year.
Pretty much like 2 players got top like 40 players overall out of like 400, and the rest got below 200. Like those guys definitely like they needed just more players, but 2 of them put up the work.
Yeah, every team between here and 33 will be described as close but no cigar. And that is the sad thing. Like, every single team between here and qualifying, it's just going to feel like that one outlier that is the difference between them and getting the qualifying spot to get into the bracket stage. But fortunately for Belarus, I'll say it again, close but no cigar.
Nails. On to the next Nails team. Seed number 35 is Peru. Not going to be making it in this year. They were top 32 last year, seed number 28 last year, and no longer in this time around. Couple of returners, Pra and Hasaki in particular, I remember from last year. Missio playing every single map, Mikt playing every single map, Pra playing everything outside the DT pool, but again, just not quite enough to get in despite a couple of standouts.
They need Hoshinomori.
Oh, they did. This is pretty much as Belarus, but they have a third player, but it still wasn't enough. With like Missio and Mikt actually playing every map, doing very well on almost everything. Unfortunately, seems to be some holes in some maps, but besides that, like Pra also putting a lot of work, so it was really close.
Yep, it was close. I'm not gonna say it again, but close but no cigar. I said it again.
You said yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I can point out like a particular thing for this team. Like I think it's more of like they're good on some maps and just kind of worse on some others. Like really good scores on the DT2, on the Nomad 3, pretty good stuff on the Hidden 1 and Hard Rock 2, but some maps like the Nomad 1, for example, had a really tough time getting consistently high scores, or Hidden 2 having a couple members who struggled. So hopefully we can see them improve on that next year and get back into the bracket stage. As we move on to seed number 34.
Being predicted in chat, unfortunately.
Yeah.
USA
the
34.
United States
USA
Unfortunate.
34.
is 34. No, New Zealand is 34.
New Zealand.
Unfortunately for New Zealand, they are not making it. RIP New Zealand.
RIP. It's unlucky. They had some pretty good performances. That DT1 12th place, really good. 18th on Nomad 2, very good as well. But once again, it's going to be the outliers. 50th place on Nomad 3, that is pretty grim, as well as a little bit of a struggle on the Hard Rock pool as well. But they still had a few standout performers, as you can see. It's going up with the 823K. It's going up. That Nomad 2 score going up. DT1 score going up. But the qualifying chance, not really going up. They got the same seed 2 years in a row.
It's a bit of a tragedy.
This team is just kind of getting gapped on Hard Rock and anything that's not like mechanics. I don't know, man. The Nomad 1, Nomad 2 scores, great. Hidden 1 and Hidden 2, actually also really good. The DT1, fantastic. Everything besides those, it's not it. It's not
looking too hot. Yeah, the gimmick is just not there.
No, it's just really not. Mechanics team for New Zealand in OWC and 4WC, it's just not.
Ozzy also doing really well.
Yeah.
Look at his scores, like multiple scores over 600k for Ozzy, actually. That
Mhm.
Hidden 1, that DT1, Nomads 1 and 2, not too shabby.
You guys don't want to see what 33rd is. Like, you guys don't want to see. Yeah, like
It's
a
oh my
tragedy.
And
It's
god.
actually a
they're gonna
tragedy, like-
see.
No,
They're gonna see.
It's so sad, man. It's
really
so
sad.
sad. Oh my god.
It's the United States.
It's
It's the United States. 33rd seed is the United States enemy in OWC, Team Turkey. Is
Oh
the
my god, like
33rd seed.
33rd 2 years in a row is actually terrible, dude. It's actually
New
so
Zealand
sad.
and Turkey in 33rd
It's actually
and
so
34th
sad,
2 years
bro.
in
It's
a
actually
row.
so
Holy
sad. Like,
Dude, they had
oh
Egeman
my
Bizermis. They had
God.
Egeman Bizermis. That guy's been on OWC for like as long as I've been alive.
How has it
Oh.
happened again, man? How has it happened again, dude?
33rd twice in a row for Turkey, 34th
Yeah.
twice in a row for New Zealand is actually some unreal script writing.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
I think
sad.
between this team and 32, there might be less than like a 60k difference in overall score.
There's
so,
actually like a
Oh, it's actually
100K
80.
sort of
Oh, it's actually
difference,
pretty
yeah.
big then.
Yeah, there's a pretty
It's-
big
it's
gap.
quite
There was a good margin actually. There was a good margin
Yeah.
between 32 and 33. But
Guess
yeah,
it's a little bit cinematic to have a little gap between qualifying and not qualifying. So
oh, for sure.
I
I
guess
mean, like, what's up?
I was gonna say I guess let's move on, but if you have something to say,
I was gonna say like two players, like one player not playing any maps, one player only playing one. Like it's a bit rough, but definitely Orke. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm not gonna try and pronounce his name, but like
Egeman
Shinkiro, like,
Bizermis.
yeah, those guys all played pretty decent Lyre as well. Like we put some work in, but just not enough. All right, 32.
Another meme
32.
32.
Our first team to qualify in seed number 32. Seed number 32 in multiple World Cups is Israel.
Yeah, how do they keep getting away
I
with
have
it though?
no
Like,
idea.
how's it
They
happen
keep-
again, bro?
they-
How's
It
it happen
happens every
again?
single time, man. But yeah, it's just
Israel got 32nd again, dude.
Every time, bro.
it's
They're just
crazy.
in there.
Also, I want to say a sincere fuck you to Mr. Potato for telling us that to put this team in DNQ. He told
Oh
us to
my
put this
God.
team in DNQ.
Well,
Let's
they
go.
didn't even play last year, and now they're top 32. So congrats, guys. Of note, everything outside the Hard Rock pool is top 32 individually on the map. The Hard Rock pool is the only place they kind of suck. So
That's
If
so
you're-
weird.
if you're against Israel, you're probably banning Hard Rock.
Every other
Or
World Cup,
picking it. Excuse me.
Israel has a really good Hard Rock roster, like with Pina Koala, Mr. Potato, Chip. Like I remember them notoriously.
Yeah.
I think they took a point off US and OWC on Hard Rock, but in 4WC, I guess not really their strong suit. It looks more to be in the Nomad and I guess the Hidden Pool. You get 17 on Hidden 1, 31 on Hidden 2. Maybe stronger at just general mechanics, I guess.
Really good performance by Accelerator as well. 950k on the Nomad 1. Not a bad score at all. Good FC. 810k on Nomad 2.
And OWC player Aitai doing decently well as well, getting about a 500k average, a little bit lower than that. Playing most of the maps, going to be good for his country and getting them to that 32 spot. They are qualifying the #1 winning team, seed 32. Congrats to Israel.
All right. Let's get it with the next team. Seed number 31 playing seed number 2, and the round of 32 is going to be Belgium. Is seed number 31. They were 23rd last year in qualifiers and top 24 finished overall for Belgium last year. Bit of a downgrade, unfortunately, for Belgium this year. What happened?
I feel like this version of Belgium is actually like the one-man carry show. Hanoi easily putting in top 10 performance almost overall in the tournament with what is like 600k average on 10 maps, played every single thing. FC a couple maps as well. Nomad 1 pretty close, Nomad 2. Just really good performance from him. But besides that, Mournes had an okay one, but everyone else just didn't really seem to really put in the scores this year.
5 Joshi definitely needs to de-rust. If this team,
Yeah.
I genuinely think a little bit of the difference between this team is between last year's placement and this year's placement is if 5 Joshi can de-rust, because he is one of their mainstay tourney players for honestly at this point almost half a decade. Been on OWC, 4WC with Hanori basically all those years. Otherwise, they have a few decent up-and-comers. Looking at Mirsu playing every map except for one, doing decently well. obviously having to fill a few things, but on the maps where it looks like he was very strong on, he was able to get that 500k average, which is pretty decent, shows a lot of potential.
Yeah, for sure. I guess on to number 30.
On to number 30. Getting onto it. Number 30 is... I think this is a new team, actually. Number 30 is Saudi Arabia.
I knew they would do it.
Yeah, another new team in top 32 alongside Israel. 7-man roster also for Saudi Arabia. Finally seeing them in a World Cup. Is this the first time we've seen a Saudi Arabia team in any like World Cup, by the way? Obviously,
so.
this isn't like an official World Cup, but you know.
I believe
at least
so.
for most standard. Yeah.
Yeah, Peachy and Eyes Never Open. This is the 2-man carry we were looking for. Both played every map. Both did very well overall. And wasn't able to actually net Saudi Arabia the spot. But the difference between them and the other teams, actually, these guys had a fair amount of backup. So it looked pretty good. Equidimensional coming in clutch with the... is that an FCR number 2?
Looks like it. And also Yukihana Lami just coming in with pretty decent scores on what he filled as well. So I think a difference between Saudi Arabia and I think some of the teams that we saw playing hyper carry in some of the teams that didn't qualify is that the backups on Saudi Arabia definitely did their job. Like Equidimensional and Yukihana both getting good scores on the map they were in for.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, solid stuff from them. Good luck against seed number 3 in round of 32, but good stuff qualifying in, especially as a first time playing an O standard World Cup of any rank range. So solid stuff. And now on to seed number 29. It's going to be Argentina, our first South American team in the top 32. They placed 11th in qualifiers last year, but underperformed in the bracket stage. This time, a big downgrade in qualifiers itself. So looking to overperform and hopefully not go 0-2 this year for Argentina. Again, what happened this year compared to last year? What's going on there?
Not too sure. I don't even know who was on the last year roster, to be honest. But BTG4 put in the work this year for sure. Let me check who they had last year.
I think they had
Julian. Julian, Kala, and Bomilk. Oh, I see the problem now.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Yep.
Oh, they had Bomilk, they had Unpero, they had Zaklev. Okay,
and guys,
these guys are really good.
Yeah, they had a very different team last year, and that last year team was really good. But they got Gaston. They got BTG. BTG is ridiculously good. Kagami also putting in a lot of work, playing all 10 maps. So hoping that BTG Kagami can be enough for them to make some headway in this tournament. Praying for my boy Big Turtle Guy 4. I love Big Turtle Guy. Great name.
Is actually his name Big Turtle Guy 4?
We just made it up.
Dude.
That's awesome.
Big Turtle Guy.
We just made it up.
Crazy.
Another
that's
classic name. Amuro. Amuro beat me in a tournament in like 2019 or 2018. This guy is an old head, and I'm really happy to see him back. I hope he can perform well for Argentina in this tournament. Maybe overperform their seed a bit, but they're going to have their hands full facing seed 4, I believe.
Yeah, facing seed 4 in round 32. So good luck to them. Hopefully they can make a losers bracket run. We'll see. On to seed number 28, another European team. And seed number 28 is the United Kingdom, typically very strong in World Cups of any rank range restriction. Not the case this year, but if you want to talk about old heads, Doomsday is on the UK 4-digit World Cup team this year. I never thought I'd see the day where that sentence comes out of my mouth, but yeah, damn.
Doomsday DT2.
Yeah,
Doomsday DT2.
All I would say is I would say that this UK team would be this, like, I guess the flame signal of the death of the old guard of the UK 4-digit. But then you also have players like Luminescental coming back, and of course Doomsday being, I guess, the textbook definition of the Osu old guard being on this team. But also they're being mixed up with some new blood as well. Players like Tara and Reshaman, Matt4132, Free My Guy Jamal. A lot of these guys came around last year, sticking around in 4-digit and hoping to bring their country to overperform their seed, maybe come back to the glory days of 2019, but they also have to face seed 5 out of 4.
Yeah.
So pretty
I think,
rough.
Carantina, he's such a new player. That guy surely hasn't been around for a long time. No way.
I was okay. Maybe everyone else more than him. Kara's been around for a while as well, but I don't know. I messed up. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. It's I think the normal 1 performance actually pretty surprising because all those guys are actually very good aim players. Vesherman, Fluffy, and Matt. I think Sync HD plays normal 1 as well. Like, I'm kind of surprised they only got 50th.
I mean, looking at some of the other scores, though, like the Hidden 1 score is number 35, the DT1 score is number 41, so, like, it's not out of line with the rest of the scores. Unfortunately for this team, it might just be that they're kind of outclassed in terms of aim compared to the rest
Hidden
of
1
the
is like
teams in the
a...
tournament.
It's like a flowing map.
Ah, right.
El Clasico.
El Clasico. Ignore that. Anyway, yeah, probably a little bit outclassed in terms of normal aim by the people in the rest of the tournament. Because honestly, a lot of the best players on this team are not really aim players, and when your carries aren't super aim players, it tends to be really tough to get good rosters for it.
All right, on to number 27.
On to number 27. Moving on, it is, I believe, our first Asian team in the top 32. Team Malaysia with the number 3 placement on Nomad 2. 960k, 750k, 818k, and 842k on Nomad 2. Really solid stuff from them. Did not qualify last year. They were seed 38, and now in for the long run is Team Malaysia this year. My boy Chiyu is in. Let's go, Chiyu.
Yeah,
also,
they got what's up?
Some newcomers for them, Konkon Kitsune and Zeph. This guy Zeph, dude, he has an 8-star hidden SS on the loved map of Yorogi Banashi, and he is maybe the most crazy D ranker I might have ever seen. Coming down for 4WC. I think he might have D-ranked right back to 5-digit. I'm not too positive about that, but yeah, lots of potential on this team, and they definitely succeeded with their rebuild, coming up 11 spots to qualify this year. It's really cool for them.
Yeah, it's looking real promising for them. I think a lot of new players are really pushing this team forward with the old players like Duo X and Chiyu. Yeah, no Zygotti, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's sad he didn't get to see it.
Chiyu without Zygotti is about 3 tiers lower of a player. If he has the duo power Zygotti in there with him, he's FCing every map in the pool. No cap. It's unfortunate that they don't get to see the no help LeBron Chiyu Zygotti duo carry this year, but Malaysia is in. So congrats to them.
They got some help. They got
Yeah, they did get help.
They got some help.
Konkon Kitsune is really good. I learned that today, actually, looking at his MP link in BOB.
Okay,
now
but
looking at
my
this year.
point though is if they were both in, all right.
Yeah, they would qualify at one. I know,
obviously.
Dio. I get you.
This was a really good run from them. Konkon Kitsune obviously really good. So looking forward to see what they got. And on to the next team. It's another East Asian team right in a row. It is Team Vietnam for seed number 26. They were also a team that did not qualify last year, had a big rebuild, and got multiple top 10 placements on 3 different maps. Nomad 1, Nomad 4, and Hard Rock 2. They were all number 7 on those 3 maps. Really, really solid run from Vietnam.
7's the lucky number, dude.
Fun fact, that's the highest score in Hard Rock 1. 523k is the highest score anyone got.
That is
Wow.
true. No one got higher than that. Freedom.
Pretty good score
MVP.
overall. Not bad at all. Unfortunately, Twilight, you did not get. You got number 2, bro. But yeah, Freedom pulling it up.
Yeah, and also some old-time players coming back for Vietnam. Really glad they get to see their team qualify. Ui-chan coming back once again, performing pretty well, getting above 600k on a couple of maps and 500k on that hidden one, as well as obviously Freedom just putting on the carry pants, playing a lot of maps, doing pretty well. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about this team.
On the clinic.
Yeah. Cool to see a couple of players that I've seen from Vietnam regional tournaments finally make it in here, and teams that I've seen like rank restricted tourney teams named after like Hotcat, for example, finally making it in.
190. That's a crazy username.
Yeah.
And he FC'd 2 maps.
He FC'd.
Yeah.
He FC'd.
Yeah,
Hotcat 190 is kind of the go actually.
He's actually in there, man. So cool to see some players from 5K rank range getting in there. Ye old 5K players finally in. So good luck to them. Good luck to them. They got their work cut out for them with their matchup early on, but we'll see. We'll see whether they can make it up or not. On to seed number 25. 3 East Asian teams in a row. It's the Philippines in seed number 25.
Ooh.
They were seed 32 exactly last year. They made it from the bottom of the bottom to the top of the bottom with their qualifier placement. Let's go to Zordorn. Let's go to Zordorn.
Yeah, congrats to Philippines getting that improvement. I don't have too much to say about this team, but one thing I do is that Kona Wiki, I think I played him in one of my first tournaments like 5 years ago. And I've seen him sign up for Philippines in 4WC basically ever since, and really glad to see he's still got it in him, getting some above 500k scores on that Nomad 1, Nomad 4, and Hard Rock 2.
Or they call me to play Town of Salem.
Bruh.
Might have to wrap up the stream actually. Okay,
Dude, I have an
anyways.
assignment due at midnight. I'm still here.
Oh
That's
my
true,
God.
actually. That's further. Anyways, yeah, Kona Wiki putting in the work. Very classic tournament player, but Yuki XO, Yuki Show, that guy did really good. Same with
Yeah,
Bin Ninja. He's got kind of some dope names, dude. Bin Ninja and Yuki Show, or Yuki XO. I don't know how to pronounce it, dude.
Yukixo.
Yukixo? Yukizo?
Yeah. Who knows?
Yuki
Anyway.
Yo. I don't even know how you got Yo from. Okay. Oh, Yuki Yo, I can see it, I guess. Anyways, a nice score
Anyway.
from 2-8 for Nomad 2, 992k. That's like an SS.
That's good act. What the?
Really good. And number 4 overall on that map. Not too shabby.
Oh, not too shabby at all.
Yeah.
Did anybody assess it? Oh.
No.
We don't count that
Good
player.
question.
No. Yeah, this was that was the number 2 score on Nomad 2 from 2-8. So really good score there.
Yeah.
Pretty good scores on the DT1 also from Bin Ninja and Yukizo, or Yukio. I'm never gonna be able to pronounce that name correctly. Just generally pretty good run. Nice stuff. Specifically the Nomad 2 and the DT1 were carry scores for them, so hopefully they can keep that up throughout the rest of the tournament. And
Yeah, man.
we'll see the next team in a row, unless anybody else has anything pressing to add.
Go on ahead.
All right, we're into the middle teams. Seed number 24 is Russia. They are in as seed number 24. They were seed 6 last year. They placed top 6 overall last year, and they are now seed number 24. I don't know how. I don't know what happened here.
End of an era. End of an era. No Okinatori.
Oh, yeah, no
Okinatori
Okinatori.
and Temkana need to make a comeback, I think.
Oh,
Might just gotta hop back
yeah.
in.
Yeah, no Vitya, no Temkana.
Oh.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure, Malcolm did his job. 800
He did.
ADK on Hidden 1, 1 mil on Hidden 2, so he's set for clear. And honestly, besides that though, I think the rest of the scores, like they're good scores, but I think from these players you expect definitely them to like do like stronger. For instance, players like Suzuha, really fast player, only 400 kind of DT2. Same with Nitro being a really solid Hard Rock player, but not even playing Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, Nitro actually coming up right after 5WC. His team got second in that just a few months ago. Coming up already straight into the 4WC roster,
Yeah.
playing well in the Hard Rock. Love to see that. He's definitely hardened from the nerves. I don't know if any of you guys watched that Grand Finals, but it was a double Grand Finals tiebreaker. That's what it was.
Yeah, they should have done better. My placements.
Yeah.
I'm a Malcolm believer though.
Yeah, I'm a believer as well. This Russian roster, they always do well early on. This is definitely a massive trap at seed 24. This team has a chance to win in the first few weeks, even if this team maybe doesn't have the skill cap that they were already in a little bit of a crunch for in years past.
Yeah.
Watch out for this Russian roster, even though they're at 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unluckily for them, they're up against seed 9 the qualifiers in the first round, so it's going to be a bit tough to win that matchup. But we'll see how that matchup goes eventually once we get up to seed 9. That one's going to be interesting. And yeah, we go on now after a relative surprising result there for Russia to what I think for some people might be another surprising result. Indonesia is seed number 23. They were 9th last year out of qualifiers and top 8 overall. But again, I think a team where there may have been some changes to the roster.
We need Dito back.
No Dito.
They need it desperately.
Yeah.
He's gonna make a comeback.
He needs
He's
a
grabbing
D-rank.
gun in 4-digit.
But yeah, look at that, number 2 on Hidden 1. I believe that is the highest placement we have seen on a single map so far, with also some comebacks from some classic players as well. You have Fuma coming back once again. the mainstay on this Indonesia roster. Lots of OWC, 4WC experience, still putting in the work. Love to see it from him.
Yeah, I mean, this roster is pretty old, right? You still got Farzan, you still got Venta, you got Daffy, you got Suikami. Like, these guys are all pretty, like, classic players in Indonesia, 4-digit. No, I mean, if they had, obviously, Dido and that noob guy, definitely a bit of a change, but here's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Venta's
Yeah.
the captain. That's Major McQueen.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about the name change. I was wondering who was Fauzin.
Yeah, it's Fa.
It's
Oh.
yeah. All of the what's it called? All of the username changes for like VTubers, I'm pretty sure from like Vino and like that noob guy. Like, I forget what they changed their names to.
Yeah, they're all
Hakui
just VTubers
Koyori.
now.
Yeah, that one.
Whatever.
VTuber.
Yeah. So no VTubers on this squad though. So is Mezuro McQueen
Oh,
a
it's
VTuber?
Uma
actually?
Musume.
No, that's an Uma Musume girl.
Okay. Technically, no VTubers on this squad. So we give them a pass
Yeah.
and we move on to seed number 22. It's gonna be Finland
Lucky.
in seed number 22.
This was a crazy placement.
Dude, we're getting some fall offs right now.
We got some
7
fall
to 22.
offs this year, man. What happened? They were 7th last year. What's going on, bro?
I mean, like,
Apathetic?
the
Hey,
thing is, like,
Shadooz.
they didn't even have Shadooz last year. He was already 3 digits
He was
though.
rated, yeah.
That was
2020
Zeppy in
he's there, though.
qualifiers. Like, this guy just did not show up, dude. He hasn't been playing he hasn't been playing OSIM in general, so.
Oh, Zapay didn't even show up. Yeah.
That's really sad.
He didn't come. I mean, yeah, Amasetic tried his best. Very
I
good
mean, they even
scores.
have like all the core from last year. Ataraxia, Zapay, Amasetic
gets
are all
out
still
next
playing. Ataraxia is Sampo, by the way, so that's who's in there. They have like all of the same players basically from last year, so I'm just really surprised.
No,
that,
they don't have Uyep or Jujep. That guy is really good.
Oh, they don't have you yet. That's actually
When
big.
they get Zeppe next week, this team is
Yeah.
going to become extremely
Zeppy
scary.
might just these guys are like the de-seeding team by the way, because Zeppy is like a huge what's it called, like inclusion for sure. Yeah, no Uyep. Alright, 21.
Well, that explains that. No Yep, no Zapay.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, no Zapay is especially big in qualifiers, and hopefully we can see Zapay next weekend really bring it out because he was one of the core. All right, let's get on to the next team. It's going to be seed number 21, Austria, another European squad. They were 26th last year, now in seed number 21. A couple of very familiar names on this squad. OMG4's, how's this dude
Dropping
ranked
no more
9K,
Livingston.
bro? Why is he ranked 9K? What happened?
Some of us didn't think this team would qualify. I remember we were making like the DNQ arguments for this team, but they came out and they performed. Some of their older players still got it in them as well. I know I've been saying that about every team. I'm just talking about the players I recognize here, but like Fours, Tepi, and Feedy all still holding strong. Tutelli as well being one of their
Yeah,
stronger
these guys
players.
did very
This
well.
team is good.
That's a glow up. No farmist, and we're still doing this. That's crazy. But yeah, this is a very good performance. Yeah, where's your dual farmist, Daffy? Like, the tragedy. But as you said, some of these players, like Forz, obviously, also classy name, but he dropped the FC on number 1 pretty much, 890k. And Tudley, Feedy, Tepi, these guys pretty much played most of the maps, and they all had very standout scores.
And Akuma no Tenshi got that one map, only playing
Oh my
BP1
God.
and FCing it. Probably
That's
the highest
goat
average
status.
score. Respect plus for that player. If you can
One
play one map
FC.
and FC it, that is the hardest thing to do because when you're thinking about it and you have just that one map you have to play and you actually FC it, like I always feel like there's so much pressure on those players to do well on their solo maps.
It's actually baller. It's so hard to not just be nervous as hell and miss all over the place. So
You've been seeing some guys
Solid
come in,
stuff.
play one map, and drop 80k, so this is kind of a switch up.
yeah,
They're coming
true.
up in FC.
True.
We do that as well. On to our next team.
On to our next team. We're on to seed number 20. It is Team Ukraine. Top 20 this year. They were 35th last year, did not qualify. Big Glup, Magnata Gamer, Crimea, Suzanori, Kirby Twister, Palma, and OQ actually also playing tons and tons of maps.
I mean, like, this
Almost
is actually
insane.
insane because 3 of their players are in the top 30 players overall, and the rest of the players are below 200.
Whoa,
Like, yeah, like,
that's-
Poma or Netwhy O_Q and Magneta. Like, these guys all played very well. Like, you can clearly see from all these scores, like, A lot of 700, 600k averages. Nice FC by Magneta for DT1. On that Nomad 2, Nomad 3 scores by OQ, really good. And Poma, obviously, the strongest player on this team. Super consistent. But unfortunately, the rest of the team not really able to make up the scores.
477k on Hard Rock 1 from Poma. That is probably in the top 5 for Hard Rock 1. I don't have the sheet in front of me, but that is a really good score on that map.
Number 7.
Yeah, I think so.
Number 7.
Very good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy to see Ukraine qualify this year.
For sure. Very happy to see my boy Magneta finally de-rusted. 1.1 million DT1 and 800k DT2. He's come here to play, dude. I'm really excited to see how he does.
He's finally in.
Oh yeah.
He's locked in now, dude. Magneta's locked in, man. Let's go.
I've been notified that Poma means Roman, and that name is typed in acrylic, so we should call him Roman.
In acrylic.
Okay.
In acrylic.
Acrylic. I'm brother.
They got the acrylic table for
Let's
team
go to the
Ukraine
next
going
team.
on.
Let's go to the next team.
Let's
Let's go to the next team.
Let's go to the next team.
All right, on to Spain, seed number 19. They were 20th last year. They placed about where they seeded. Manolo, Antonio, as the roster's basically the same. Lots of similar faces here. Margot also playing 9 maps out of 10 in addition to Manolo and Antonio, obviously.
Yeah, no surprise.
The carry. No help,
Antonio, number 6 overall in the tournament.
Why did Yoshi no show, dude? Estopa, that guy is the GOAT.
They could have qualified even higher if he played. They just could have straight up.
Yeah.
But like I said, people are saying in chat, Antonio, Nomad 2FC, Hard Rock 2FC, DT1 FC. Like what else do you expect from this guy? 865k Nomad 3. Like he's like the embodiment of consistency, bro. He's crazy, man.
I would fit in great in this team.
673k average across all 10 maps actually goes crazy. That guy's so good.
No
Manolo, Antonio, Miles, get me a Spain flag.
My God.
Might have to switch countries actually.
Yeah, might be the time right now.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Or USA.
Really good stuff from them, and hopefully we can see them pop off in their matchup. We're getting into like the middle seeds, right? Like 19 is a seed where your early matchup is going to be very doable. So good luck to Spain. Same for seed 18 here. Going to be Team Singapore. Right around the middle of the pack. They were 10th seed at the qualifiers last year, and this team got second last year, despite seeding 10th. So watch out for this team. Specifically Megamic, Shiv.
Yeah, Megamic is definitely a player to be extremely scared of. Number 4 in qualifiers overall. Even if you know him last year, he pretty much solo carried with Lost Lake, who's not playing this year. Definitely with Lost Lake, obviously. I think he's going to seed even higher, but like Yui, this guy's fucking crazy, bro. 990k Nomad 1, 850k Nomad 4, 970k Hard Rock 2, 1.1 mil DT1. Like, he's the go, man.
Still got 480k on the Hard Rock 1 also, which was number 6 on the map in general, right? Like, even the scores that are not particularly good, like, that's still a top 6 score on the map.
Wait, yeah, like, how is the DT1 number 5 with, like, 4 scores above 900k?
Double time multiplier, 1.2x.
That's kind of crazy, no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. And I mean, even some of the newer players for them, I believe Grant Torrio wasn't on the team last year, getting 990k on the DT1, so don't count out their newcomers. Still going to be a team that you have to look out for. Obviously, they overperformed last year, Seed 10 getting 2nd place in the tournament. Seed 18, you have to expect the same thing from them this year. They still have so much strength in this core, and if I am, I believe, Seed 14, I would be extremely scared of this matchup.
Yeah. Somebody's got to hold down the 4 versus Yui, bro. Like, you gotta control him. He's just going to FC every single map.
Yeah,
but,
he's too good.
Yeah, Canada also seeded number 12 last year. Like, there was some wild matchups that happened.
Yeah. It's I feel like the bracket's interesting in this tournament regardless, because you have so many, like, there's just wild circumstances all over the place. Like we've seen with like Team Finland, right, where Zipe just couldn't play qualifiers. Just random things like that happen a lot in this tournament. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Last year was way lower SR.
Oh yeah, that's also
that is true. Like this is going up to 7.5 stars. That is really hard for 4-digit. But I think this Singapore team is going to be extremely strong, even up to that range, with their extremely high ceiling on players like Megamic and GSB.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see seed number 17 now. Pretty much smack dab middle of the pack is Team Poland. They were 8th last year out of qualifiers, top 8 in general. So again, a big downgrade in terms of seeding. But a lot of familiar faces. BMG, Hideo, very familiar. Kusiu and Buzek, also very familiar. Silvari, another familiar face. A lot of players who played a lot of maps for this team.
Yeah. Obviously, last placement, they had an OWC player on their team. So no surprise there. Mr. Ypan now is like ranked 300, so that's going to create a lot of damage. But also, obviously, like Lerox PL not playing, and neither is Moby Deep. Definitely some key players. But besides that, yeah, Savari, BMG, Buzek, Kusu, like you said, like these guys are all pretty classy names. Like,
you know, Buzek has a offline 700.
I wouldn't be surprised. That guy's OP. That guy's a goal, actually.
Yeah, lots of.
Yeah, guy's pretty good.
Very well-rounded team is this Polish roster. Not really too many outliers on their placements apart from that DT2. Maybe a little bit at risk of being speed abused, but other than that, this Poland team pretty strong across the board.
Yeah, BNJ played OWC last year. Yeah, he's really good. And these guys like, I know all these guys actually 5K players that go up to like, I mean like Bushek and Kusio and
BMG, Hideo also for a long time. Yeah, I've played with all those people a bunch of times.
Yeah, they won Coke Cup.
What?
Did they win Coke Cup or no?
Ooh, I don't remember actually. I didn't pay enough attention to Cope Cup because I wasn't playing a lot then. I remember them being in top 3 though. But this was generally speaking, all these guys are really solid. So looking forward to their matchup against seed number 16. Unless we have anything to add, we'll go on.
I mean, about Coke Cup, it was either this team or Brazil, right? Because they had X-Kirito and Kyo, so it was like one of those two teams. All right.
Biggest trap matchup ever here.
Poland versus seed number 16, Sweden in round of 32.
This is so dumb in round of 32, man. What the fuck is this, man?
So scary, no?
Oh my god,
this matchup's so funny.
Like, this team is so good. Poland is so good. Why do one of them have to go to losers this early?
Because they both seeded middle of the pack. Seed better, L. Not Psycho, Felrion, Tony, Reno, Couch. Yeah, this team's interesting.
We got some grandpa gaming for sure. Half these players might just be over the age of 20.
Yep.
But Saika, number 18, this guy popped off, man. He's back, dude. 600k average, really solid scores overall. That Nomad 4 FC is kind of crazy. DT1 FC also kind of crazy. It's the GOAT.
They also have really good new blood, I think. As old as a lot of this team is, I think Phelan is probably the newest player to look at. Why is this guy almost ranked 6k? I could have sworn he was like 3k like a week ago, but yeah, his scores on the hidden maps really, really good, as well as that Nomad 2 and the DT2. That guy can play a lot of different maps, and probably a player to look out for as they go forward in this tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
On to the next team, which
on
plays
to
against
the next team. Yeah.
Facing
off against Singapore. Facing off against Singapore in round of 32. Seed number 15 is Japan. Team Japan. They were 14th out of qualifiers last year, but they made top 4. Another team that really overperformed their overall seeding. And I think this is a very different Team Japan from last year also. If I'm remembering correctly.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
They had like the GOAT team last year, bro. They had the GOATs.
Yeah, they had Hong Kong, Ropan, Aerith, Outling. Outling's back. Yukin 1014 was on last year.
That guy's
also.
like ranked 300 now. That guy's like ranked 300.
Yeah, Nobushi is back. Hoshimiya Ichigo is gone, and Rikuima's back. So they only have Outlin, Nobuchi, and Rikuima from last year. Everybody else is new.
Yeah, I can already see people talking about the new upcomer in Japan, Savakan. That guy is getting crazy good really fast, dude. But he did very well in qualifiers overall. And Outlin, definitely the old carry, Nomad 3 FC. Like, this guy's like the alt go, bro. I think this guy's like the best alt, like 4-digit player in the game, man, besides Kalani. Like, He is actually crazy with. Doesn't he play Tablet X? Or
Yeah,
is
he
it,
does. It's Tablet
he's
X or Mouse
so
X.
good. But actually, it might be Mouse X. It might be Mouse
Yeah,
X.
it's Mouse X.
Or
And yeah,
Tap X?
also,
I don't know.
also I want to point out the up and coming new fresh blood for Team Japan. We have Val0108. That
Oh,
guy
yeah.
installed the game last week. Hasn't done anything in it before this tournament. Just kidding. That guy installed the game probably before some people were born. These two are like top players right now.
Yeah.
He mapped half of the
For
alt maps
sure.
in the game ever.
But super good scores. Like, he might just be playing his own map in this tournament. Like, we will never know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to make it happen.
It'd be crazy if a Val map was in the pool. Like, no, like that'd be kind of crazy, no?
That would be really cool, especially
Yeah.
because it'd probably be like almost a decade since he ranked it if you put in like with a dance number like Talent Shredder.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
All right. On to our next team, seed number 14, facing off against Spain in the round of 32 is Brazil. Team Brazil. They were second seed last year, but heavily underperformed. We have Felicia and Feicia. Then the rest of the team, because why are those two names exactly the same? I hate
Yeah.
casting.
No Zubs, no Milim, no Qyo. So a lot of the old players are missing.
No
So I'm really
Kirito?
surprised there.
Wait, no, there is. What am I talking about? He's right there.
Kirito is there.
He's right there. He's just at the
No,
bottom.
He's
That's-
right there.
Yeah.
He's right
He's
there.
actually the reason why they're here, by the way.
Yep.
Because he's number 2 in qualifiers.
The number
Yes,
2 player in the tournament, apparently.
He's
Yeah.
back.
7K, not a problem at all. But yeah, you can just look at the scores for yourself. Nomad 3 FC, Nomad 4 FC, DT2 FC, DT1 FC, Hard Rock 2 800K. Like this is some X Kirito, dude. Like nobody's surprised.
Yeah, obviously missing their very dear captain Dada. I hope he's in this chat.
Oh yeah,
But
Dada.
I mean, he's been gone for 2 years, so hopefully they've adapted to not having his leadership. But this should be good for Team Brazil. Hopefully outperform their placement last year, but still, if they do that, they would also be outperforming their seeds. So hoping the best for this Brazil roster.
Missing the hard carry Gohim Bolos. It's a
True.
tough one for sure.
No Gregor, no win. That's all I'm gonna say. No Gregor, no win.
The go
No
man. He's like,
Defons on
he
this
win.
team? Come on, man.
What the fuck?
No Defons?
No Defons? Alright.
No Neo.
Well,
Fortunate dude.
That's
No
good.
Lewis 10 Barbo.
Louis Tenbarbo. Go.
Lewis 10 Barbo's the go actually, bro. He's actually good. Crazy.
I will talk about Pixico. He is the GOAT.
alright.
They got Brazil was OP.
Yeah. A lot of good players in that country, and they're still in here. They're still in here.
Yeah, Idealism. Idealism is their old head. That guy's been around for a very long time. Awesome to see him performing pretty well.
All right. On to our next team, facing off against Ukraine in the round of 32. Seed number 13 is Norway. They were seed number 13 in OWC, and they are seed number 13 in 4-digit World Cup also. Old Head Yolks Pie, Yompa Torman, Frodo55 playing almost every map, Anthony W and Marcus also almost playing every map. Lots of mainstay names in this roster.
Yeah, for sure. Like just how we were talking about Psycho, one of the oldest players, and Hanori as well. Seems to be a pattern because Yokespy also doing phenomenal in this tournament. Easily some of the best average you've seen. 800k on Nomad 1, FC Nomad 3, FC Hidden 2, almost FC Hidden 1. Like that's classic Yokespy, dude. He played the DT2 as well. That's kind of crazy. That gotta be double tap, no?
Yeah, I
That's
love
gotta be
seeing
double
Yoskai
tap.
play that. You guys need to remember in Hippo Cup, I think it was Hippo Cup 4, or no, it's probably Hippo Cup 5. He got like the second best score on Mr. Kill Myself DT in Grand Finals, and nobody knew what the fuck was going on. It was just the biggest score v1 moment ever. But yeah, this is a really awesome lineup, I think, for Team Norway. A team that I think they really rely on everyone really showing up, and this year it definitely did happen. You have Marcus, an old mainstay, coming back. The new blood in Anthony W, who just looks extremely good. If you looked at their tryouts, I think Anthony top scored quite a few maps there. But obviously, everyone's going to be looking at the old man Yokespy. Can he continue to do what he has done for basically the last half decade and carry this Norway roster to maybe outperform their placement from last year? But with the teams that we've yet to cover, I think that might be a little bit of a tough job, as good as this roster really is.
We will easy cheese.
We are
How,
going to easy
how,
cheese.
how is Marcus ranked 5,700 almost?
Dude, I saw his 5K today. I was like,
All
wait,
messed
what the
up.
fuck? How does this guy get down here
He's,
now? I
he's
thought he was
ranked
like 2K.
56, 58 right now. What's going on, bro? Come on, man. This guy's better
yeah.
than me. Farm.
These
Oh
guys are
my
the number
God.
one team on No Mod 1. That's kind of crazy, no?
That is insane.
actually
Why
wild,
is
yeah.
this team number
Why
one?
is this team number
Norway
one?
number-
Yoke Spy
Norway
is the
number
number
one.
one No Mod 1 team?
That's
Hello?
insane, dude. So insane.
Norway no mod 1. Norway no mod 3 also, by the way. Just
I can't wait to see Yoke Spy lock in No Mod 1 every single time. I need to see Yoke Spy type No Mod 1, dude. That's so fucking funny, actually.
I need to see Yokes
I'm
play
so
more
ready.
DT2s, dude. Like, what the hell?
I'm so ready for them to pick no mod 1 into Team Ukraine.
Can't wait to ban DT2 versus Yoke Spy.
Yeah, can't wait to ban DT2 no mod 1 into Yoke Spy. That's wild.
Oh my god.
Alright. Alright, we're on to the next team. Gonna be another European team facing off against Austria in the round of 32. Seed number 12 is the Netherlands. Couple of notable scores. Nomad 2, they were second. Hard Rock 2, they were third. A couple of really solid scores for them. And a lot of very well-known names. Kushper, Madavat, Jackie Lamb, Cowboy Boy, Cosmic Wolf. And then some that are a little infamous, a little notorious. Celine and UC2 are a little notorious in tournaments right now.
I swear Salim was like 30k. And then they just
Yeah.
ranked up all the way to 4 digit for fun.
Yeah, they were like
Yeah.
mid 5 digit.
Mm-hmm.
UC2 is the GOAT.
Yeah, some people were saying already, like, one that's surprising, like, UC2 and Celine actually are two of the strongest performers in this, both placed top 50 pretty much, or top 60. And Jackie Lamb placing top 20. He's back, bro.
Jackie is back. Wait, what is his average score? On every map he played,
Yeah, like,
he got over
crazy.
800k, except for GT2, where he got the score that will not be named.
yeah. I mean, normalized, that's still like a 700k average, 760k.
Yeah.
So he popped the fuck off, dude. And same with UC2 and Celine.
Yeah, I will note, UC2 ranked up to 9920 the day registrations closed, and is now rank 11,791. And Celine, let me see here.
No, it was actually like 30k, bro.
Celine
Like,
was
it-
ranked 36k
Yeah.
27 days
Actually,
ago.
30K.
Ranked up to 9,400 in 7 days from 36k. Went from 36k
And,
to 9,400 in 7 days, and is
Oh,
now
he plays
just a
a no
K.
fail.
Dude.
He is
All
now
he plays
just
a no
fucking-
fail. Like,
That
they're going
is-
back down.
These
They're going back
deep
down.
rankers,
That
man.
is Infernus Ad Astra 696 PP top play on a 99 on a 96.
That would be my top play. That would be my top play. And I'm like almost 3-digit, dude.
These are the
we're going back.
ex-Kyritos. These are the ex-Kyritos of the Netherlands. Welcome to 4-digit World Cup.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what this team does. Netherlands has been a little bit of a snake-bitten team where historically they've been an extremely good 4WC country. They actually won the first iteration of 4WC with a team with the likes of Gladiole and Laser.
Laser.
But now they kind of had a little bit of trouble starting up since then. They also had players like Skyrovania as well. Bob Schmurda. Any OGs remember
Bob
that guy?
Schmurda! Oh my god!
Yeah, that team was insane. But
They
since
have
they're
a-
not really doing too well, now this is their comeback year. I see it. This is their
And
year.
Taku?
Taku was such a big name for
Fucking
them.
Go,
I actually
bro, the
don't know.
goat.
I don't know if Taku was on that team actually.
No, he was. He has the badge. He has the badge.
Yeah, I was wondering. I feel like at some point I was under the impression that Taku didn't have a badge.
That would have been crazy. That guy's so good, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyways, on to the next
Alright.
one.
On to the next one. Good luck to the Netherlands against, I believe it's Austria as their opponent in round of 32. And facing off against Finland, it is seed number 11. Qualifiers, Team Taiwan. Number 1 on double time 2 for Team Taiwan, despite having a score of 330k on one of their members. And 318k on another. Oh my god, that's DT2.
Norco's the GOAT.
Yeah, Norco's goat, apparently.
Norco fucking hard carrying or what, bro? What is this?
I love you,
Yeah.
Norco. I love you.
They were
Let me play for your
seed-
team.
They were seed 5 last year, and they placed 17th to 24th, so hoping not to underperform the same way this year. And they've got quite a few people who played a lot of maps for them.
Norco, the fan favorite, bro. Everyone, dude, this guy's too good, man. But Spine's Knight as well, doing extremely well. Andy Mokura, all have very good performances.
Yeah, I think this team has a really set core. I think you look at mostly Noriko, Diastrophism, Spines Knight, and Imakura. Those are probably the 4 players you look at who they played the most maps. They got the highest average score. They are the players who will take this Taiwan team above their placement from last year because I really hope they beat their placement from last year. This team, so much potential, lots of history on them with players like Noriko and Spines Knight. They've got some new blood as well, playing a few maps. Riaya playing 2 maps, getting an average above 600k. As we mentioned earlier, you have to be really strong mental to get a high average score only playing a couple of maps because you just put so much emphasis on those maps. But really, really congrats to those players, Tomochen and Riaya, who only played a few maps but still got a high average score.
And just a shout out to the boy Neko Kamui. I think this guy didn't have the best qualifier, but he played really well last year, if anybody remembered. One of the best players on Taiwan. So I think he's also got on still as one of the aim players for Taiwan.
All
right, number 10.
So good luck to them. Good luck to Team Taiwan. Their first matchup is against Finland in round of 32. So good luck to both those teams. And now
that's also a stupid matchup.
That's also going to be interesting. Yeah. Now facing off against Indonesia. So another fun matchup. Facing off against Indonesia in round of 32 is our 10th seed, Team Australia. Seed number 10
this is a glow up.
24th last year, and they went 0-2. Good
I am stunned.
God, the glow up actually this year for Australia is massive.
I thought this team wouldn't do this well. They proved us all wrong. This team getting 10th, so good.
Whoever this JGLF guy is, he's actually the GOAT. Like, this guy's just OP apparently.
I didn't know this guy existed, and then I saw him on the overall results sheet. Like, this guy is really good.
You see, like
7th?
You see all these like classic names like X Kirito, Megamic Antonio, Spines Knight, and you see this guy, you just whipped him. He's just completely like new player.
This is the new blood. This guy's like a multi-enjoyer. I knew this guy from, if anybody remembers, Big Mig, who used to stream on Twitch a little while ago. He was in his chat all the time. Multi-enjoyer, just plays like really hard shit all the time and ranked up because of it and got really good. So I'm not super surprised to see him up here, but I'm surprised to see him up here so soon and in a big tournament like this. So big glow up for JG.
And it's not like he doesn't have any help either, because Vordi Teda, all doing pretty good Mavs as well. The classic 4-digit player from Australia.
Mavs and Teda, the old heads I have to shout out here. I've been doing it for every team. I'll do it here too. Those guys have been around for quite the long time, and I'm glad to see them seeding here in 10th. Really good for Australia. Hopefully they can go better than 0-2 this year. I think being seed 10, naturally, you're starting to get into the upper echelon of teams here. They were facing Indonesia, right?
They are facing Indonesia, yes.
That is honestly, that could be a trap matchup, but this Aus team, I think they have it in them to get through that, and after that, they're just going to be already beating their placement from last year.
All right. Our last middle seed matchup, our last middle versus middle, seed 9 versus seed number 24, facing off against Russia. Seed number 9 out of qualifiers this year is Team Germany. Really solid overall placement. I mean, they were 13th last year. They got top 12. Now they're number 9 out of qualifiers, looking to overperform once again, and a lot of really good placements on the modded picks this year.
Yeah, I think honestly, people are definitely expecting stronger performance of these guys, because these are some extremely well-known names recently. Vizoa, Vundi, Semi, Zayfrost. I do think they have it in them to do really well, because I think that people are expecting these guys to even be a favorite of winning the tournament. But it's going to take a lot, for instance, like players like, I think Vundi needs to DRS his speed, because Vizoa actually is, and Shiox are in for the DT, and Semi actually. Everyone's in for the DT too. But I do think that this is a lot more improvable. Yeah, number 2 on both Hard Rock 1 and Hard Rock 2 though. Like, this is the Hard Rock country, man.
And I am very sorry for this Germany team that has to go up against the Russia 24 seed. That is probably the least lucky matchup they could have gotten compared to everyone above them, of which they definitely have what it takes to beat them, obviously. They're seed 9 up against seed 24. But I think Russia is going to be licking their chops at those Nomad placements. Number 37 on Nomad 1, getting double digits as well on Nomad 2 and Nomad 3. Probably things they're going to have to sharpen up on if they want to get past that Russian squad.
It's coming in that apparently Vundi had to leave Minobia and Semi-sick. So it seems that some unfortunate things have happened in this qualifier lobby. So I definitely think they have it in to do like are a lot better than where they're currently placed at.
Yeah, can only hope so. That would having Semi and Rundy, arguably two of the best players on this team, definitely want them to be firing at all cylinders for their matchups in order for Germany to go far. So hoping the best of them, hoping they heal, get their stuff together, get that late run in the tournament that they have been wanting for years.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we will see it. Hopefully we'll see it. And now moving into the top 8, into the best of the best teams that have qualified in, facing off against the Philippines in round of 32. It is Team South Korea. Multiple high placements for this roster and multiple really solid players on this team.
Yeah, stand-up player, obviously, the newcomer, Louis Jo, or MX10006. Really good aim player overall. 986k Nomad 1, 500k Hard Rock 1, and actually apparently a Hidden 2 player as well. I did not know he could play Air 8, but he's just seeing the house stream. Really good scores. Nomad 4, 880k. Actually, like all of his scores are really good. I just realized.
And this
It's
team
crazy.
also has the two King old heads on this roster. They have two OWC winners on this team. You all know Crazy, Kirikaru. But if you guys all didn't know, Me Comet is math class. That's math class, guys. The two oldest players in the tournament for sure coming in. That is absolutely insane. And also, player hasn't been mentioned yet, Piper, also Athanasia, both playing really well. They just beat me in BOB like yesterday. So definitely going to be expecting a lot from the South Korean team. They qualified at 8th. They got 5th through 6th last year. Probably going to be expecting about similar from them as well because, you know, South Korea across all rank ranges has just been unreal as of late.
Yeah.
Number 1 on Nomad 4, by the way.
It's a crazy roster, man. Triple FC on Nomad 4. Shout out to Atip here. I think people have been seeing this guy in 5K for the longest time. Finally getting to make his appearance in 4WC. Really excited to see how he does.
Definitely a really great player. I don't know what to really expect skill set wise out of this team. Probably it's weird seeing them only at 14th and 25th on DT1 and DT2 because they were speed abusing the hell out of me in BOB yesterday. So definitely place where this team probably could improve going into the bracket stage, but gonna be hoping for another crazy run for South Korea. No pun intended with their captain, but let's.
Yeah, I think aim is where it's looking at though, Loki, no? Nomad 1, Hard Rock 1, Hidden 2, Nomad 4, these all kind of really aim heavy maps. So I'm excited to see reading as well. Alright, guess we go to number 7. Where's Chilia pair?
I wonder where Chilier is.
I don't think these guys qualify. Ross is kind of weak. I don't know.
I don't know any players on this team. We've got.
Yeah, I think they qualify.
Does Thailand qualify? I'm not really sure, guys. But yeah, coming in at seed 7, we just spoiled it, is Team Thailand. Obviously, I think with two of the hottest 4-digit players in the world right now, Lisperi and Chess, probably the players to look at the most for this roster, but having some pretty good backup as well.
No one's surprised to see that Lisperi, top 5 performer in the tournament. Nomad 3 FC, Hidden 1 FC, Hidden 2 900k, probably missed on the house stream. Hard Rock 2 800k, like he's fucking crazy. And not only Chess, pulling up the backup scores, man. That Nomad 3 number 1 is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Hidden 2 as well.
2 number 1s on this Thailand team, and they only placed at 7th, so you can kind of see the holes in this roster when creating a pick strategy. Probably a little bit at risk of being speed abused, but outside of that, this roster just really strong at their strengths. It appears they're going to be an extremely strong gimmick roster.
I think most notably the difference that sets apart with like other teams like Saudi Arabia, where we're talking about how, you know, two-player carry teams, it's gonna be struggle, is that Akap is really good here. Phantasma, Salvatore doing phenomenal. Hidden 2 FC for Phantasma. Salvatore hit Hard Rock 2 FC. Like, these guys are putting in some scores for the team, man.
It's definitely not a team you can just look at like that double carry team. As you said, this team has depth that I think a lot of the world is not really aware of, and you guys should really start doing your studying now because this Thailand team is going to hurt you if you are not ready to face them at their best, which it appears now everyone is getting hot at just the right time.
All right, on to China.
Spoil it then. Okay. Number 6.
Shit.
China.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Oh my God.
Fuck. China.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh my
Good job,
God.
Chip.
Oh
Okay.
my God. I forgot. Yo, we need Dennis back. I can't be doing the intros, dude.
I got it, Chip. Until Dennis gets back, I got it. All right, number 6, we have China, and to them I say, welcome to title defense. They were number 1 last year in seeding. They won the tournament last year. Obviously, they are missing arguably their best player in Kurumi, but basically everyone else is coming back, I think. You've got David at the captain, you've got Maki coming back, Joseph Joestar, Z Numbers, and also Tariri. Tariri is the old head on this team, coming back from... Tariri was restricted a few years ago. He obviously got unbanned, got untourney banned, coming back here, setting some good scores on some very different skill sets. Almost 700k Nomad 1, 700k HG2, 700k GT1. This guy is an all-rounder. And I think when you add to that some of the mainstays like David and Maki, Joseph Joestar, Z Numbers, like this team once again has it in them to go extremely far. I don't know maybe about winning again, but definitely a contender for top 6.
Yeah. You know, like a fun fact that I was thinking about is like for China, like I think their players are all over the planet. Like they're all just in different countries. You ever thought about that? Like
that's true.
Kurumi
like,
and David are American.
David is West Coast US. Joseph Joestar is Germany, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
that is
that's
the worst
Jack Wang.
time
Jack
zone.
Wang.
Oh, that's
He's not
Jack
playing,
Wang.
though.
Okay, no Jack Wang.
And Mid C is Canadian, and Christo is British, and like,
Okay.
is Christo British or I don't know.
Crystal's in the US, but yeah,
Okay,
Kurumi
okay.
says everyone except Z Numbers is in China right now. So David is in China,
Oh, David's in China. Okay.
but Z Numbers is not in China. But that should make their scheduling a little bit. Is
Crystal
Crystal not in the
is
US?
not in the
What the
US.
fuck? I thought
Nope.
Crystal was in. Oh, I'm thinking of their other top player. My Angel Miku
Yeah.
is in the US. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
thinking.
my mom is in the U.S. And then I mixed up
Yes.
Christo with Tuwagi or
Mhm.
Bobby. He's the one
Suwagi
that's
was
in
in UK,
British.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
Denir Nezar is in
Suwagi,
the UK as
okay.
well.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they're just worldwide. The Chinese player base is worldwide.
Oh, mid-season summer, he's in China. I see. Okay. But he is at Waterloo, yeah, Canadian school. But besides, actually about the players, yeah, these guys are kind of good. David doing really well. Number 8 in tryout, or not tryouts, but overall score. Maki, mid-C, Teruru actually pulling up some good scores. Let's go.
I know
Right.
you were hyping up Z Numbers a lot during our prediction
Okay,
screen.
I think he's gonna pop up in the tournament. These qualifier scores were
He
okay.
should.
I mean, DT1
Yeah, they're
is
decent. They're decent.
Yeah, decent, but I think he's gonna go crazy. I was watching him Bob, dude, like, this guy's fucking nuts. We'll see how it goes.
All right, now let's head
We'll
on
see how it goes.
into the 5th seed. We
This
have
is the map
got,
up, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it's
It
not.
is
Top
the map.
5.
You've got Team Unite Canada.
Yay!
Yay!
Team United Canada.
Oh my
Yay,
god, we
Canada,
qualified,
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Good job,
yes.
Canada.
We're
This
in,
team
guys. We're
Got
in.
no top 3 placements, despite
Yeah.
this is the highest ranking
Yeah.
team without a
No
single
team
top,
with top
3
three.
placements.
No cope, guys. But my friend Brandon Tan here, he did not play OC for 5 days because a bunch of Ontario guys came over to BC to grief our 4WC qualifiers. But he still showed up. Didn't do too hot, but he still showed up. But actually, for other players, Jeremy or Yip, number 11, super good scores. Nomad 1 SC, Nomad 4 SC. Cut Paper obviously doing very well. Eddie as well, Hard Rock 2 and DT1 close FCs. Yeah, I hate this
Old
flat
man
paper
Eddie
guy,
still
dude.
got it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking 5 digits on this team, Chiv.
Come on, bro.
We had to hire flat paper, like, oh my god, this
You have
guy's
to hire-
Got a
fucking.
5-digit on that guy.
Had to hire flat paper,
Yeah.
dude. What's it called? Flat paper was like, yeah, he's at his cousin's house, dude. I don't even know, but yeah, somebody was saying, Yip, 1K, yeah, he's just
Yeah,
there.
that exists. And Eddie as well, still playing like he's as good as he ever was. And Cut Paper, literally being arguably the best hidden player in the tournament. Yes.
Yeah, actually, there's a guy that we're about to talk about very soon
That's
who
pretty
might give Franklin a run for his money.
Yeah, just maybe.
All right, on to number 4.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
On to number 4. Going to be, by the way, Canada facing off against the United Kingdom in round of 32. Argentina facing off against seed 4. That is Hong Kong. Hong Kong, seed number 4 this year. Looking pretty good for Hibiki and F2X. And apparently this Max guy I've never heard of before.
Yeah,
and
Max guy's kind of
Inferno
crazy.
Tower. I expected.
Crazy.
Yeah, Muji did not play a single map. I don't know if Muji just was not there or what, but Muji did not play a single map. Hibiki F2X, Max, and Inferno Tower carrying this team.
Yeah. This was the GOAT actually. Hibiki #1 actually overall in qualifiers. He's LeBron James right now, bro. Like he's got help as well. Like they got #4 because his entire team pulled up. Obviously, we talked about some of the older blood. Muji not showing up, but Tree Frog 614109, otherwise known as Minecraft 570, everyone's favorite old map player. He's here to play, man.
And Hibiki obviously being a very
Dude, that's
long
wild.
time
They got
player.
#4 without Muji. That's actually wild.
Yeah, that's
Muji's really
crazy.
good.
This team has potential as someone who is still scarred from losing to Hong Kong in Grand Finals in 2020. Seeing them be strong again, a little bit scary. But Seed 4 for them, insane. Definitely a team that you have to expect to outperform their placement last year by a lot. Probably, definitely top 6 worthy. Could even go further. When you seed 4th in qualifiers, you have to have a high expectation for this team. And when you have Hibiki and F2X, who both played in 3WC as well, I think they got like 2nd in that. Yeah, they just lost out. But yeah, that's just a team worthy of being afraid of, getting so many top 10 placements on Nomad 3, Hidden 2, Hard Rock 1, Hard Rock 2, DT1, DT2. The second half of this pool just belongs to Hong Kong.
Yeah, they actually just
This is
took
also
like over, dude.
of note. This is also the team with highest ranked team with no #1 scores on any maps. Highest ranked team with no #1 scores on any maps. They only have
Alright.
#2, #3.
You can take out the next team.
Overall.
I think you're a fan.
Oh, yeah. Classic 2021 Dio prediction, guys. It has finally come true. My OWC 2021 prediction has finally come true. Chile top 3.
Let's go!
Chile top 3 in 4-digit World Cup this year. Let's go.
This team
Let's
is so
go.
good, dude.
Number 37 and Gonza are finally in, bro. After many
Look
years.
at those number 37 scores. That's just class, dude. That's actually class. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is the peak
That
Chile
guy's
team.
just the best hidden player in the tournament.
He had the highest average in the tournament, by the way. He just had 1 million average normalized. That's just
unreal.
he's the go, man. Also, those are the top 2 scores in hidden maps. Like that was when I
He
said
just got-
Franklin has a run. Like it's him.
He
yeah.
just dropped like 99.8, 99.9 accuracy on both hidden maps and FC'd both of them and then left. Like, I don't know. What do you
3
do?
#1s on this team. Look at that. #1 on Hidden 1, #1 on Hard Rock 2, #1 on DT1. That is #1 on 3 different mod pools. And
That's crazy.
even looking at their hidden, I would argue this to be one of, if not the best hidden team in the tournament, because you look at number 37, you also have a historically good 4-digit hidden player in TFGE right above him, getting 860k and 520k on that hidden 2. And that guy can surely do just as well as number 37. And then being joined, obviously, by 2 nice and juicy 600Ks from Gonza and Seifs as well on the hidden maps. That is definitely a team you want to ban the hidden into.
For sure. I know we talked a lot about players that are missing, but Chile definitely one of the rosters where they actually have a lot of like 4 digits that people know really well. For instance, players like Chalk Gamer, Dai, not Gonza, Suntan, and IGN. All not playing, but still able to pull off this Sif guy, number 16 overall. I know we in the qualifier like predictions, like nobody actually knows what this guy's like, how good he actually is, but apparently it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy was the best overall performer on Team Chile. He played 7 maps. He averaged 680k on 7 maps. Was their top overall performer next to Gonza, who was number 2. And you expect like Gonza and Yuna and number 37 and TFGE to be kind of the carry players, but it's the random 9,300 player who signs up, who's actually the best player in their qualifiers run. So big shouts, big shouts.
Oh, he's back to 5 digit actually. We went
All right,
back after
we're gonna
him.
go on.
On to number 2.
Very
good luck
unexpectedly.
to Saudi Arabia against this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, very unexpected number 2, by the way. It's down to the wire between our 2 number 1 teams, but number 2, after a really tricky schedule for this team, is Kuwait. Number 2
Okay.
in the tournament is
Some
Team
goal level
Kuwait.
performance,
They
actually.
didn't
Some
schedule
goal
their
performance.
lobby in time. They are dead.
Let's go.
Let's fucking
Let's
go! Number 2, they
go.
didn't schedule their lobby.
Yo, do not play to number 2 kind of crazy, you know? Like, these guys kind
That
of
is
popped.
the biggest turnaround I think we've ever
That's
seen in
wild.
OC history.
That's wild.
Some dope scores.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, actually.
holy shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Well,
But the actual number 2 team, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun watching chat for this one.
Yep. Oh my
Number
god.
2 seed out of qualifiers is the United States.
Guys.
Is your number 2 team this year out of qualifiers?
super team number 2?
Not
Super
number
team
1.
number 2?
Yeah, super team number 2, guys.
Super
I
team
mean,
number 2, guys? What's going on?
Do you want me to explain? I think that number 2 number 2 is better. You know why? Because
okay.
the number 1 team, they have to face Sweden in round of 16. And you know what? We had the third eye open. We had the foresight. We were like, you know what? We don't want to do that. So let's get number 2 instead.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they said. Number 1 on Hard Rock 1.
So you would rather. So what you're saying is. So what you're saying is you would rather face Japan or Singapore instead of.
Oh,
Sweden
that's a little
forward.
toxic, Miles.
Are
No,
you sure?
a little bit of
I mean, yeah,
Are you sure you want to face Singapore or Japan in round of 16, bro?
Yes, it's not toxic.
It's not
What is
toxic.
this?
Rhythm game
Okay,
is
bro.
right. We had the third eye open. But yeah, Team USA. I know
okay.
I was the biggest hype man for this team, and I still am the biggest hype man. They're my ride or dies. They did extremely well on this qualifier run, getting number 2. Obviously, they did get outperformed. They're not number 1, but you know what? It's a qualifier. It's a qualifier. This is not the bracket stage. This team, very good, still very good. Stand by everything I said. And now they're going to be on the other side of the bracket from our obvious number 1 team.
Look at that improvement. Number 9 to 12 placement last year. I wonder what could have caused that, actually. It's pretty crazy. Number 2 this year, though. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to leave the cast, guys. I think I gotta play Heartstrip 6. My grandfather match is showing up right now, and we can't reschedule actually.
Yeah.
What the?
Okay. Well, on to seed 1.
On seed 1.
On to the
We
last
have-
one. You already know what it is. It's France. France is seed 1.
France. They are so fucking good. They outperformed the team everyone was looking at to be the top guy. France was, on paper, looked like they were the tier below, but obviously in the qualifiers, they showed that they were something else. Getting number 1 on Nomad 2 and just looking extremely good all across the pool. Getting rank 2 on Nomad 1, rank 1 on Nomad 2, 2 on Nomad 4, 5, 4, 3. Like, look at these placements. This France team is just good at everything, and they have players for every type of map you throw at them.
And to no one's surprise, Room
The
top
worst
scored
placement
3
was
maps.
Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, I don't. That's kind of surprising.
And even on the maps where they're kind of bad at, they still have Room who is pulling off the FC on Hard Rock 2 for them. Like,
TFC
what are you
DT2 as
doing?
well.
What
Like,
are you doing against this
That
team?
was by far the best score, dude. Like he's number 1 on DT2, Hard Rock 2, and Nomad 2. Like that's the classic, man. Like no hidden plays, obviously, but he's the fucking GOAT, man. Like he's the GOAT. It ain't no help though. Like his team is putting in the work for sure, dude. Like there's a reason why they're seed 1. And it's not just because of one guy. Like besides him, like Charlie Lee, Hifko, Sukiye, all doing extremely well in this pool. But yeah, honestly, it's gonna be really exciting to see some of these matchups. I think we talked about it earlier. Russian matchup, as well as Ukraine, definitely underseeded. Sweden as well.
Definitely gonna be an extremely exciting tournament that just got set up by this qualifiers here. Lots of teams overperforming, underperforming. We got the whole bunch of it here, and really excited to see how this round of 32 pans out.
Dude, Hifko actually plays everything. He plays
that is gonna
DWC,
do it
4WC, and OWC. That guy plays all of it. The GOAT.
Apologize for my mic being out of tune, by the way. There's a bug where when I mute myself, my mic gets out of sync with my voice, so I'm like 5 seconds ahead of my mic input. So that's why I accidentally interrupted you. But that is going to do it for us for now. We are going on to the round of 32 map pool showcase right after this. I believe Shiv is sticking around Miles and I are
I'm gonna
swapping
be
out,
I'm
and
gonna be called
Suicune
in.
is gonna be coming in.
If Suicune is here-
So we're gonna ping for a second caster for Suicune
Yeah,
as we transition
we got some plans.
into the other stream. But stick around. Stick around. We will be back in just a couple minutes, and we'll be getting ready for that map pool showcase. Stay tuned.
Sounds good.
Thank you all for watching so far.
Thank you.